ZYXWPUTNSRQP.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the LHS Plus Podcast, Languages Edition. You speak them, you learn them. Now you get to laugh at them. So, around the table with me, I did not. I don't script anything.
Sure.
I don't script anything.
So if I go into your Google Docs right now, I won't.
You will not see a single thing.
LHS.
I don't like. You think I plan stuff?
Everything.
All right. So let's just go around the table. Let's start with Boshi Bosh over here.
Boshi Bosh.
All right, Boshingham. So.
So many nicknames.
Thanks. It's basically my nickname.
Sir Boshingham. All right. So, what are you here representing, Bosh?
I'm representing Latin.
You're not resenting Latin, I hope.
No.
All right. So, what is your position in Latin Club?
I am just a measly little peasant.
Okay.
I am not one of the councils. They couldn't be here.
All right. And they had better things to do.
Most of the time
and
we do.
Basically anything but this is better.
Why are you
than
holding?
No.
Hey,
this is fun.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Don't Aaron will take this show down if we don't get good reviews. So don't make people hate it.
Good reviews. It's like we're on Amazon. We're trying to get
Do we
people.
have a Yelp page yet?
We do not have a Yelp page.
I will-
Legacy might have a Yelp page.
I have some requests. We're supposed to put this on iTunes, by the way.
Oh, sure. If you can put this on
Yeah.
iTunes, then go for it, man. How many years have you been involved in Latin Club?
This is my second year, and I'm a sophomore, so since my freshman year.
All right. What's your favorite parts of it so far?
My favorite parts of Latin? How easy it is. A little that.
Why is it easy?
It's not easy, but it's definitely easier than a bunch of other languages.
All right.
I'll go with that.
Speaking of languages harder than Latin, German. How you doing over there?
Pretty good.
Make sure to look at the camera every so often. Come on.
There you go.
All right. So, Ms. Unruh in German Club. What is your position in German Club?
Well, last year I was the president, and this year I'm just one of the officers because we don't have a president this year.
Why don't
So
you
you
have a-
switched to communism or fascism? I mean, this is
Definitely
German.
fascist.
I mean, this is German
Definitely
club.
fascist.
Don't hold your
Don't do that.
do that with your arm.
We don't support that
I
on
didn't
this
do
show.
that, no.
This is family. This is family friendly.
You
This
sure?
is-
You sure?
This is already off to a great start.
Yeah,
We haven't sworn yet, so we're doing pretty well.
Right.
No, I'm
surprised.
excelling right now.
I'm surprised.
So, what are your favorite parts of German Club then?
I can cause havoc and pretty much just blame it on being German. It's pretty great.
What a lovely language it must be. Can you
It
give
really
us
is.
Can you give us some German for us?
Like what? Just
literally-
some funny
if you-
sounding words.
That's not a German swear word, please.
Dudelsack.
Doodlesack.
It's a bagpipe.
Bagpipes.
All right.
Schmetterling and Krankenwagen.
What's ambulance again?
Krankenwagen.
Krakenbacken.
Sick wagon.
Yeah.
And then if you have like a face cold, it's Toffenkopf, which means death's head. It's pretty
Such a great language.
great.
My favorite one, Dummkopf.
Dumb head. Woo!
Yes.
Big
Alright.
insult right there.
Yeah.
And I was about to make a really racist joke.
Don't.
Good.
Probably not a good idea.
Don't, you have blonde hair and blue eyes, don't do it.
Excuse me. Wasn't that kind of racist? It was at the expense of the French.
Oh, then do it. No one likes
Do
the
it.
French anyway.
Speaking of rudeness, the French.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
How about that Rhineland though?
Bonjour.
Yeah, right?
Hi, I'm Jordan.
Rhineland? That's Germany.
But they took
No,
over
they
the
took
Rhineland.
the Rhineland away from Germany
World
and
War
they made
II.
it like a buffer zone between
then
me
World-
and
and then
France right here.
Between World War II, Germany
What
was
is
like.
this, Italia now? Or you just
Italian.
All right, so French Club.
French
You
Club.
should have the Italian exchange student here, just saying.
Wait,
Frederica.
why don't we have Spanish here? Are you like Trump now? Are you
No,
racist?
okay.
Why didn't you invite
Let me
the German
explain
exchange students?
after he does his introduction here. So,
Okay.
what is your position in French Club?
Well, last year we had the officers and stuff like that, but this year we're doing a planning committee. So we aren't.
Democracy, question mark?
We thought about it.
Yes! Exclamation point.
How many trees have you signed up for Psy?
Wait, do we
Too
have
many,
to like
too
say
many.
what kind of punctuation we have at the end of their sentence?
You do
Not
not
question
have to
mark?
do that. This is
That's
not a
just
this is
another
not a
thing.
telegram.
It's
Right?
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
So-
Stop.
And what are your favorite parts of French Club?
We cook food and we may eat it. I like-
That's so much fun.
Bonjour, we need the baguette.
Are you gonna actually feed me French food then?
French fries.
French
if
fries,
there's left,
French
if there's any
toast.
left, I eat a lot of food.
Okay.
French
So-
Same
pancakes.
though.
Continuing introductions. we have, again, my lovely assistant, Dalton Bruce.
Hey!
You may have spotted a guitar pick on the table. That is because he has a special something planned for the end of this episode.
I brought a special friend today, and his name is Sir Raleigh the Red.
Sir Raleigh?
Yes, Sir
Named
Raleigh.
after the place in
Does he wear
Carolina?
cheetah tights
No,
too?
named after, yes, it comes in matching tights. No, it is named after, of all things, one of the villains in Sly Cooper, the PlayStation 2
I thought
game.
we're referencing communism with the red.
No,
Sad.
no, that'd be the Red Army.
Sad?
I'm disappointed.
Don't worry,
Okay.
next one's going to be Stalin.
And I, your host, Morgan Drake, am also back. I was not assassinated yet.
It didn't work.
Hey, the video industry is a cutthroat business, all right?
I don't
Yeah,
know about that.
don't tell him I'm
The-
gonna kill him.
I know, I put some in his coffee
there's
too,
bitter-
it just didn't
I don't
work.
drink coffee.
If you
Shut up,
if you
that's why
smell
it didn't work.
if you smell bitter almonds in your drink, don't question
That's
it.
arsenic.
It's not.
It's healthy for you.
It's not. It's
all
The
science.
reason that Spanish isn't here, besides the fact that they
No
are
one
better,
likes them.
Are you racist?
Spanish isn't here
There's a
because
wall.
there
No one
is
likes them?
no Spanish club,
And
which
no one likes
is
them.
There isn't a Spanish club this year?
So
There
the
is no
school
Spanish
is
club at all.
Trump.
Well, then
That's-
why didn't we just have like some Spanish student?
Let's
student
just
come and just
solve
be
the
like,
problem
I'm
and build a
Spanish.
wall.
I like that.
Don't start.
Stop with these. You're gonna.
We are North Dakota is conservative, but I'm not part of that.
We're not getting political here, all right?
Not yet.
Technically, I'm not supposed to be, so.
It's supposed to be.
Political.
Then
Why?
don't be.
Good point.
Yeah.
All right. So that is the reason why Spanish Club is not here. I would have loved to have one of the.
Trump. Yes.
Stop that. Stop that. I would have loved to have someone from Spanish on this show, but
I
there
love
is
their
no Spanish
tacos.
club, and we are exclusive to extracurriculars as far as I'm aware or have planned in the head. So,
Last year.
In the head.
in the head, yes. It's me and all the
In
voices
his
up
head.
here.
Google Docs and you plan everything out.
Oh, they don't have it there because Miss
Sure, you can go. You can go through all my Google Docs
Wait,
files.
I have a quick question for Bosch.
Yeah.
So, what's it like? Is this like Inception when you're on another podcast for your podcast?
This joke seriously needs to stop.
What's going on
So
here?
one day in orchestra, one of my friends was just like, "Hey Austin, how's your podcast?" No backstory, no nothing. Just how's your podcast?
All right.
And now everybody thinks I have a podcast.
All right. Well, I mean, you're on a podcast now.
Now I am.
Do you want to come back every week and call it your podcast? Can we put it
No.
like the Bosch cast on here?
Please no. That would
Gosh,
really
Cass,
joke
that's
more.
so
It's
terrible.
really annoying.
So
But
next-
I hope
it
comes back.
wouldn't be a joke anymore. It'd be a reality then.
Yeah. So next week we're replacing this all with the Bosch cast, right? In
You
the
don't
same
even have to
font?
be on here. Like, we'll just
Same
have
font.
it there.
Yeah, no, it'll just be like that. It will say like in loving memory of you, dedicated to
Dedicated to me.
Bosch, my rock,
He spoke some Latin.
my
and
shining
didn't
star.
Thanks.
You're welcome. All right. So after that lovely introduction, how is everyone? All right.
Mentally or
It's been a
physically.
long day.
Bosch, you were upset.
I am missing 3 tests tomorrow.
Missing.
Oh, why? Why are you
Missing because I'm
missing
going
them?
to Jamestown for orchestra.
Yes,
Oh,
I'm
that's
not going.
Yes. What?
Because
It's gonna be fun.
I don't like orchestra festival. I really do not like it.
I have to wake up at 6 in the morning for
Yeah,
jazz
me either.
band.
I don't like
And then I'll probably be up to like 11 o'clock
So till we know how to do
doing
this, like,
music,
too.
I
sight
know
reading.
about orchestra.
It's
Same.
not going to be fun.
Sight reading.
Sight reading.
Have
We
you
to-
not learned your parts?
No. We go like.
Yeah, you
literally
don't
what
learn
happens
your
If
parts.
you go there
And
you
you
sight
learn.
read and you learn the music.
You
in
learn
like
everything
8
in
hours.
2 days.
That doesn't sound
And it's
conducive
kind of
to.
hard music sometimes.
I'm
was a
gonna
little bit difficult.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. So we talked about this with the people on the musical last week. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask now. So
You weren't part of that, were you?
No,
This
I
is-
wasn't. I watched it though.
this is not quite language related, but I do want to follow up on what I was talking about last week.
Okay.
So you're going to Orchestra Fest. Are you working with freshmen this year? Like, are they?
Yeah, because their concert. It doesn't matter what orchestra you're in.
Mhm.
Their concert or chamber, you can go as long
Okay.
as you're in an orchestra.
Is it stressful?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I don't know if you couldn't have just
Definitely
a little
started
bit of
there.
sarcasm on that.
There's a little sarcasm
Just a
there.
little bit, but it's a little bit hard.
All right.
But I mean, I'm a bass, I just sit back there and do my AP chemistry, whatever everyone thinks
Hey,
I'm doing.
basses
back
have
there.
important parts,
I mean,
alright?
sometimes you get a bass solo, and that's when the whole crowd leaves to go get drinks and stuff.
Yeah, that's
My,
basically what happens.
my sister played cello in high school, alright? I have to represent a little bit.
Cellos are good.
Yeah,
I get
it's a
it.
bass.
I get
No,
that.
it's not.
it is.
My sister
I
played
get
it,
left
so I
out
started
quite a
learning
bit,
and I didn't do
honestly.
well.
They'll be like
Mine will
everybody.
literally
They'll be like
better
cellos,
than a
violins,
brass
violas. Do
instrument.
this, and they'll just
No,
be sitting there.
I don't know.
And she'll-
Probably.
the
I
teacher will
played
just be
the
like,
trumpet once. though.
That's a brass instrument.
No,
What
but
are
I
you
didn't
two talking
physically-
about
Yeah,
over here?
what's going on
We're
here?
talking
Oh, we got
Instruments.
more because I know nothing about orchestra. And I'm like, am I the only one that plays a brass instrument?
I played the flute.
Hey, I mean, I'm
Like
in
a
two jazz
long time
bands,
ago.
so.
I played trumpet. I was one of the most obnoxious. I
She's
am
a
the most
trumpet.
obnoxious. Yeah,
No,
see?
stop with those. Stop
wants
it.
a wall.
Stop all of it.
Why are you
What,
It's all getting cut
You're
out.
the trumpet.
It'll be a 5-minute episode. We're cutting all the politics out of it.
Oh God.
No,
So let's move on to the least political country, Germany.
Wow, what a
We'll
great
go with
start.
that.
How is German class this year?
German.
Class.
Excuse me.
Is there a problem with German class?
I'm German 4. So like
Oh.
we have German 1, 2 here at Legacy.
Mhm.
And then there are no German 3s whatsoever this year. And there are 2 German 4s, which is me and Jeremiah from Legacy. And we go to an early bird at Century.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
what they were
German.
telling us to do this year too for Latin. I just told them not. No, it's not happening.
No.
Wait, you and Jeremy are the only ones.
We're the only 2 German 4s, and there's like a whole 9 of us in the classroom every morning.
Yeah,
and
there were
like
only-
half of them are German 3. I think
Yeah.
there's
There were
Yeah,
only
I remember
3
Jeremy.
Latin 4 students this year too.
Yeah, Jeremy
wow,
has
you guys
like
outnumber
over-
us.
No, because we don't have a class, because none of us decided to go to Century for that stuff.
So
Latin 2 is the
So
highest
there
Latin
is no
class at
German,
Legacy.
There is
or
no-
there is no Latin 4?
No Latin 4, no Latin 3. It's just Latin 2 and Latin 1.
So me being a total Doomkopf here and experience, since you're in German 4 and I'm in German 1, like, how fluent are you in the language at this point?
I spoke German before I came to school.
She had an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
How well did you speak it? Like just
I spoke
fluently?
it. I spoke it fluently before I spoke English.
Okay,
This
a new
is-
rule for the rest of the podcast. You have to speak nothing but German.
No, not happening.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
That's it.
We'll
Because she'd start swearing. She would.
Yeah, I would.
I know one or
dropped
two,
that.
so.
Why am I?
People keep dropping phones.
Because our pockets are small.
Then
I
wear
don't- pockets.
slacks, man.
What? Pockets? What?
Slacks? No.
All right, so
It's so
weird
like wearing
story
pajamas.
that about phones and the French.
All right.
In the Olympics this past summer, while the French were fencing the Germans, the Frenchman
Huh.
had his phone in his back pocket, and
Oh, here's-
the German fencer came lunging at him, and he backed up and kind of tripped, and his phone went teetering out of his back pocket, and the whole stadium erupted into laughter. And it's lucky he was wearing a helmet because he probably would have been bright red. And the referee gave him a yellow card, which is a warning saying if you do that again, you lose points.
If your phone goes off again.
No,
Well,
like
it fell out of
it
his
fell
pocket.
out.
Oh,
of his
yeah,
So
pocket.
technically, it was an obstacle on the
Yeah.
in play, and then
Yeah.
with
Do you fence?
I do.
I
He
did.
used to.
who?
Okay.
No. Yes. No.
All right.
No.
Bashi Bosh,
Yes.
what's going on with Latin this year? I've been gone. I know Magistra probably misses us dearly.
I mean, you could come in.
I see her every
You
day.
could, you could be in Latin club if you wanted to.
I am aware.
Just put it down low.
It's just $15. If I gave you the $15 right now, would I be in Latin Club? All right, I'm not going to give you my money, but I am good. It's good to
Give
know
me your
that
money.
it's not going to happen. Let's see. How are the freshmen doing? Because I know you
The
probably
freshmen?
yeah, I know you probably see a bit of them.
I actually haven't. We
Hmm?
had one Latin thing so far, and it was a movie for the new Ben-Hur
Mm-hmm.
because someone was killed in the old one.
Mm.
Yeah,
They
the
can't show
chariot
that?
scene- Yeah, they like had the movie and they paid off the widow and they just put the movie out.
I thought you were talking about like an actual person in Latin club died.
Oh no, like in
It's
the movie.
okay. No one would care anymore.
Yeah, in the chariot scene, someone got
Whoa.
they were supposed to roll one way and they rolled another and got ran
Shots
out.
fired.
We like
true,
each
though.
other here, and we don't get political here.
Well, that's
the
why
two
there's no
rules.
Spanish here.
No. Do we need a censorship for just Unruh? Just like
It's gonna be.
If you don't want political content,
the
just
technical
delete it, start over
difficulties
without
thing just
Unruh.
pops up on the screen. It's gonna be great.
No, I have an animosity toward Spanish because everyone's like, why are you learning German? It's like I spoke German before and you all existed, half of you.
Yes, but why are you learning German then if you spoke it fluently?
Because it's an easy A. And I find
It's true.
I find it fun to make fun
Frau
of people
Crow, I
that-
hope you're listening. right?
Well, I hated the entire time. Guten Tag.
Guten Tag.
Now moving on to French.
Good day.
I will. So you're working with more people now because you're doing a communal decision-making team
Yes.
then? All right. So are you seeing more of the freshmen?
No, there's
Why?
no freshmen actually in French club.
Why?
I don't.
They're too scared of us.
Yeah, they are kind of scared.
Andrew, you're kind of
Freshmen
short,
are
so
so
why are they
annoying.
scared of
Talk
you?
about that.
I
How
glare at
annoying the
them.
freshmen are this year.
Hey.
I was
Now
mad-
you know how we feel. Just saying. Now
Last
you know
year-
how we
last-
feel.
It's not even. Last year was not even close to as bad as this year.
Okay.
Mm.
Well,
I
well,
think they get
no.
worse as
We're
they go.
we're not gonna name names, but we can discuss some issues. If any of them are listening, you can take note.
We'll call him Fred.
We're not going to insult
But
them.
they're-
Fred is
Frida.
annoying.
Frida.
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 We have Fred and Frida.
Fred and Frida.
Wait,
Fred and Frida.
what if they attack helicopters? What if they attack helicopters?
Apache Blackhawk.
Yes, that.
There's two of them at once.
Oh, that was-
So we have.
I'm like, what did you just do there? Because I'm like melting inside when you said Apache Blackhawk.
Yeah.
No.
It's got 8 rotors all aiming different directions. Future me, put an image on the screen of what an Apache Blackhawk looks like.
Oh, please do that actual thing that you say you're gonna do.
All right, so
Please
no
do.
naming names, but what are some of your gripes?
So I'm like, what?
Gripes, issues.
Oh wait.
Okay. So like we were sitting in class, and there was just like this little herd of freshmen just like come
Call
up.
them Freds, please.
Freds. I'm sorry.
Freds and Fridas.
Freds and Fridas. This little Freds and Fridas. They just like
French
come up
Freds.
outside the door
It's like
and
a
they're
word.
yelling.
All
There's
right.
like 2 of them and they're yelling at each other, just having a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure it was about dogs.
All right.
I'm not exactly sure.
I actually think I know who you're
Why
talking
are they so
about.
stupid?
No.
They're bad.
Fred's,
I mean,
and
really
Fridas,
bad.
not
And then
freshmen.
they'll
Freds
just
and
walk
Fridas.
down
But
the
it's
hall
not-
and they'll,
it's-
like skid their feet,
It's
so it makes
not
a really loud noise.
It's not all freshmen though.
It's
99.98% of
It's
them.
that
It
there's
is.
hey
It
every
really is.
every
Look,
grade
she's
level
in there laughing at us.
every grade level has their Freds and Frederikas. All right, so
Freds and
Fridas.
Frederica.
Fridas.
Frederica.
I'm not gonna lie, there were a bunch of bad freshmen last
Frats?
year.
We have frats in this school?
It's been a
What?
long day.
Since when?
Oh my
Phi
god.
Theta Gamma.
Frat
So-
party.
all right, so let's compare and contrast last
Me and
year
you, we got this.
versus this year.
This year's definitely worse.
All right, can you give an
Were you a
example of
freshman
like
last year?
Yeah.
That's why he thinks this year's
Yeah.
worse.
No, I knew Fred. We were bad.
You
last
knew
year.
Fred?
We were bad.
You-
We were the
Very
Freds
bad.
last
You guys
year.
were very bad.
very
Yeah,
bad.
you guys weren't starting fights all the time. Though.
We
we
were
got
the
Frats,
Federalists.
Freds, Fridas, Frederikas, and Apache Blackhawks.
I
All
mean,
right,
we
cool.
started a flame war with BHS last year.
That was
We did do
amazing.
that. That
I
was
loved
that was
That
all
amazing.
us.
What?
You don't know about
Hashtag
this?
legacy
No.
props.
Dude,
about
are we?
the-
Wait!
events?
Everyone, stop talking.
Talking.
Ski. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Flame war? Can we talk
The legacy probs issue. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Hashtag legacy
Because
problems.
that got like
That
the
got us
hammer
into,
put
like,
down on
trouble.
it. It did.
I mean, it's not we're not like
It's not happening
Can we
anymore.
get like hand motions from behind the camera?
I mean, we were talking about
What does
drinking
that have
last
to do
week.
with languages?
It doesn't,
Ever.
but we're trying to
We
keep
can
on
find a
track.
way.
We're talking about the freshmen involved in languages.
Are we?
But yeah, I am
Yes,
absolutely
yes, we are.
I'm absolutely positive that you have some stories about freshmen in German.
We can cut this part out. We can
She
totally
can't
cut.
explain
we
that.
can
She'll get
cut
too
this.
aggravated and start sweating.
Come on.
So stupid.
I think we can cut this part out.
They'd come up to me last year and they'd be like, "How do you conjugate? It's already conjugated." But no, how do you conjugate it?
It is, sweetie.
Do you just grab their head? She's like, it's already conjugated.
Here, just explain on me. Shh. Shh.
No one likes the French.
So
Thanks,
what
Hayden.
about this year? Have you encountered any in the
No,
wild?
I have not encountered any. I don't think I've even spoke to many freshmen other than the ones on my cheer squad. So.
No, but no, the Latin freshmen this year,
Mhm.
they have the foreign exchange student who actually like knows like Latin.
From Italy, I assume.
Yeah.
Is it that?
Federico.
Is it Federico?
Federico.
I don't know what
It's
his name is.
Federico.
I just
It
met him
is.
today. I think he's in my gym class.
'Cause then there's
He is
Kevin
in my
from
gym class
Taiwan
as well
and
because
he
we're in the
keeps-
same gym
He
class.
keeps saying
No
he's gonna
way.
make us pasta in astronomy, and he never does.
Pasta in astronomy.
I was so close to saying no. I got so close to saying pasta in pastrami.
That's what I thought you said.
No, I said astronomy.
Why would
Wait,
you
could
make
we then
pasta
call
in
it
astronomy?
pastrami?
Astronomy, oh my
I
god.
love puns.
No. Oh my gosh. Help
God,
me.
It killed you. He's
No.
dead. He's
Guys, we're
gone.
done.
Podcast like
Do you not understand the point of the phone tower?
Yeah.
You can't like.
I'm
you
checking
can't
the
look at your.
checking
That's
the
time
time.
phone.
Oh wait.
Does it
No,
though?
my phone's on top. It's always on top.
Oh, I thought
His has got to be on top. His is pretty.
No, mine's always on top.
Oh wait,
No,
there's
mine's
another
going in my
pic stuck
pocket.
to
Fight
this.
me.
Oh, how many pics do you have? You're
Just enough.
never.
We
You're
got-
never not
we got
there.
That
we
one,
got
that one
we
sounds
have pink
fun.
polka dot. We have
Can I bring it up to
leopard.
the camera and show everyone?
Yeah, go ahead. We have leopard.
You have to do the beauty guru thing. You have to be like, can
and
you
we
see it?
have just a plain red one.
It doesn't autofocus. It doesn't matter if you hold your hand behind it.
And then this is the one I always use. It's just the plain red
I'm
one.
like, that's boring.
Yeah.
No one wants to
Ouch.
Boring.
Yeah,
Throws
Jesus.
it
That's
across the
shade.
room.
That's
Does
the
it have a dragon on it?
yes, it does.
Okay, then it's cool.
Okay, so see, the thing is,
Says the German
these
person.
pics are because when I started getting into it, like long ago, before the dinosaurs were born, my
Wait, you
sister,
were alive back then?
no, my sister was. She wanted to, she wanted to learn how to play guitar, and she gave it up soon
Play
after,
my
and she
leg.
had
My
a bunch of
leg.
pics that she just kind of didn't use.
Is
And
that
they
why you have the cheetah spring?
Yes, and they
print?
say "girls rock" on the back
It
of them.
does?
Spring.
Yes, it does.
Did you say cheetah spring?
Hotpicsusa.com.
Yeah, basically.
10
Um,
out of 10. So, I do
You like doing
genuinely
this a
have,
lot.
I do genuinely have I do because it
You're
stops,
in control.
it stops things.
He's also
I'm gonna,
the head of
does it
state
really?
I'm
leader.
gonna go around the table. I'm gonna ask a very specific question. Do y'all have a
Y'all?
favorite,
Y'all?
a favorite word in your language?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna start with you.
Go to him. I'm not ready. I have
You're
to
not
think
ready?
about this. I have to think about this.
There's too many
Fine,
to
Bosch.
choose from.
Favorite
Well-
word?
I think you know what word I'm thinking of.
I don't.
To do.
Huh?
To do.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of we wanted to put that on our Latin t-shirt.
I got scared. I
Fuck you,
scared.
fuck you.
Oh my.
It's to do.
That's to do.
Yeah, to
Yes.
I love that
Yeah.
language.
It was that. I'm gonna let you know something. My Latin 1 teacher back in Mandan, Daniel Cahoon. Please tell me you're watching this because you're my favorite teacher I've ever had. I'm sorry, Skoliski. He was
do. What
amazing.
about Magistra?
He was where I no, he was better.
Magistra's chill.
Magistra
I
would
like-
admit that Cahoon was better.
Cahoon.
His favorite word was also fuck you because okay, so football.
She smiles every time.
Football
you say that.
practice outside of our Latin room because we had a portable in Mandan for Latin. Football practiced outside, and they got very loud because the Mandan coaches are coaching a terrible team. So they have to yell at their players to make sure they're understanding what's going on. And Cahoon, every so often you just like see him. He'd hear one of them, and you just see this tick. As he's teaching us, he wouldn't break stride, like he'd keep talking, but you'd hear like, and you'd just see him going like, and this is how you conjugate this verb, and every so often he was fluent in 4 languages.
That's a
Wow.
And every so often he would walk outside and he would just yell in every one of them, like he'd cycle through.
Oh my gosh, Danglish!
He used it.
You know what Danglish is?
No, I
Half
don't.
German, half English.
Oh yes, I do know
You
that.
stupid, that's the stuff that I'm alive, not stupid brother.
999 Doomcops, you need to learn to get it or whatever.
Exactly. You like half German, half
Oh,
English. It's, yeah.
I can barely
And
speak
every
English.
time he went out there and every time he started yelling, because the walls were very thin, we could all hear exactly what he was saying. So he'd always start with Russian, but whenever he needed to tell them to do something, specifically to be quiet, you would always hear him shout, "Fuck you!" It was amazing.
Dude, that was
Cahoon.
really
dude,
loud.
That was
Cahoon.
powerful, dude.
Cahoon,
That
please
was-
visit this school, please.
Dude, Morgan, you got like a voice for acting.
I'm aware. I've acted before.
You have?
I
That's
have.
Can we see?
Oh,
Put up
okay,
a
wait,
clip.
wait.
Put up a clip of Morgan acting.
I don't think any exist.
Make one.
Make one. Join the musical right
I'll
now.
call up my agent.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
Great.
Aaron?
Hey.
Great.
Aaron Aaron.
Aaron is your...
Aaron.
All right. So moving on to German.
Mine's inappropriate.
Well,
my
No,
your
I
favorite
like this.
appropriate one.
That's hard.
Doodle stack. It's easy.
That's your child.
It is my
Child.
favorite because Jamie taught me it, so it's like.
I taught Jamie that.
So it's living vicariously. I see.
Now you taught everyone else.
So,
Oh, jeez.
Oh my,
Yes,
gee.
it's good.
999.
I don't even know what that means.
I heard good, so I heard
Yes,
good.
it's good.
What's you scoot? You scoot along the path.
I know exactly what your favorite word is, but I'm afraid you're gonna swear the second I say it. Als?
What is that?
Als?
It means everything.
Oh no! Oh, I know how to use that one.
It's like, hold on, I got this.
All right, while she's doing furious research, your favorite French word.
De pomme de terre. I thought about it.
Wait, say it again.
De pomme de terre.
De pomme de terre.
And what does it mean?
The literal it means potato, but the literal translation is apple of the earth.
Whoa, that's cool.
Oh, that's cute.
Let's
I
see,
know. It's my favorite word. I love that word.
I got
Potato
one.
in German's Kartoffel, just saying.
Wait, say
That
it
was
again.
adorable.
De pomme de terre.
De pomme de terre.
Bin ein
My
Berliner.
favorite Latin insult is Ankili.
Ankili?
Ankili?
It's just
Ankili?
that's
I know
just
how to
slave
say
woman.
Tom,
Yeah,
that's all.
I know.
It's just
Women.
you Ankili.
I can add since we don't have.
It actually means two Ankili.
Cook me some dinner and then pour some lead on it.
What? So
Next,
since
individual,
The Romans
additional,
had
other.
some interesting
Wow,
eating
and
habits.
wells.
We don't.
So
Romans
since-
are.
She has it, guys. She
Yeah, I
has
have
You
als
do?
now.
All right, als.
Okay, we're gonna go down the
The
pronoun
definitions
list.
of als.
The preposition and pronoun list. When, well, as, then, for, over, as if, as though, above. Then we have next, individual, additional, other.
It's
That
all one
means
word.
everything.
It means everything.
Just als, A-L-S.
I have a word,
Huh.
but it's since we don't have Spanish here, I'll substitute with Korean.
All right.
I have a favorite.
Let's see if
I
I
say oh. Continue. Okay.
Ano hakaseo gajao.
Oh jeez.
This
Continue.
is getting.
I don't.
Tango, Foxtrot, question mark.
Hey,
Let's see,
if your recruiter is watching this, he is either very proud or very displeased with
All right,
what
so
you
He
just
would
say.
probably be like, that one's mine.
let's say you sneeze, you would say
Bless you.
"Chupkamnida." Bless you.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
English.
Or if you say thank you, you just say "Kamsamnida."
I'm really happy right now, guys. Okay.
Let's see, a bunch of cakes. Up chuggy, yup chuggy.
You a fan of Korean?
How do you
Korean,
say
K-pop,
drink?
yes.
Oh, wait, that's
Spread the
different.
love. K-pop
God.
love. Anyways,
So many languages involved here.
I know, except for Spanish. Anyways,
Good thing Bauer isn't here,
Mr.
otherwise
Trump.
we'd be getting burned.
Stop doing that, Bosch. I'm just gonna put a bleep over you every time you say that.
You realize
He's sneezing, guys.
Or coughing.
if Bauer was here, we'd be hearing German. Or not
Oh,
German,
wait.
Russian.
Oh,
God.
see, but he speaks as like fake Russian. It's
Oh
very
yeah,
strange.
that's right. It's his fake Russian.
Bauer, I love you to pieces, but you're very offensive
Half of it's Russian,
sometimes.
half of it's German in a way. Oh, whoa.
So Raleigh,
Chimes.
he wants to play too. He wants to say a word.
How do you
said a
speak
word.
guitar?
how do you
You only have like
You have
10 letters.
A B C D E F G.
A-G-F.
You make
So,
words.
7.
Yeah.
You have.
Anyways.
I can think of a word that's not okay.
Stop it.
Bag.
Bag?
Bag.
No, it's worse. Yeah, face. Yeah. Elephants got big dirty feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do that? No.
Yes, he just did.
That's how you used to remember the scales. It'd be to go up to the lines would be elephants got big dirty feet, and then the spaces were face.
learning the language of music.
Yeah, we're so
Wow.
educational.
Whoa, my
Face
low.
cough is better.
You have a new
no!
cough.
Oh
I
no!
like your new cough.
We're gonna learn
You're
the
speaking to a violin player here.
Yeah.
I like played the violin like once.
Where's
Ring.
Guitar Club?
Bud?
Yeah, bud.
What do you mean?
Bud.
Okay, if it's in the orchestra room, so.
Hold on. I'm
He wants
bringing
to start a
Spanish
band.
into
I
this.
want to
No,
start a band,
don't
but
bring
someone
Spanish
keeps
into this.
forgetting to bring their bass.
Sorry, I don't want to.
You're so proud of your bass clef and you refuse to bring
it's
it.
obvious.
I mean, I listen to good music.
Oh, don't even start, bud. Don't even. Muse is not good music.
Muse? Muse is great. What are you talking about?
No, nah.
What are you talking about, man? Here, which album is your favorite?
Fucking no ambos.
It's like choose
What
my
is-
favorite child. Like,
Why not both?
Spanish is not here for a reason. I'm taking your phone away.
Oh dear.
Okay, anyways.
But no, Muse is pretty great. I'll give
Fucking
it.
no ambos.
I used to like them when I
Green
was
Day.
little.
Green Day is also really good.
I like
Rammstein.
Nirvana.
Ramstein, also a great
Yeah.
band.
Dude.
I'm sorry.
Du
but
hast. Du
My
hast.
my father drives a Porsche that he built, and he listens to Ramstein every day. Well, because so the engine is so loud that you cannot hear anything because it's from an aircraft. So
Of all things.
he just wears giant aviator headphones, so he blocks all of it out and listens to Ramstein on his way to the fire department. Well done. In case you missed it, Jordan just took a picture of Caitlin's face, and it was
It was so
That's
bad.
modern
I'll
art.
send you a picture.
What
of
about
that.
Nirvana?
Please do
Send it to
that.
me.
Nirvana's good.
Nirvana's good. They also
Arctic
have
Monkeys.
They also
That's-
have
Best band ever.
I like 2 of their songs.
Which ones?
Do I Want to Know, because that's the one everyone likes, and I can't remember the name of the second one.
what about
I recently discovered Red Hot Chili Peppers, though.
Those are really good. I like them.
Yeah, those are really good. They're delicious.
What's the one that's on the radio now? The Red Hot Chili Peppers song that's on the radio, right? Like the one that I have heard the most. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
I'm not
Probably
sure.
Hot Steppers.
Nope.
Yeah.
No?
No.
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 I'll look it up later and
No.
and
Just not
and
it.
say
No.
what it is.
No.
I need to know, and this will make or break the
You
friendship.
keep
Do you know who
dropping that.
Megadeth is, and if you do you like them? Thank you. You are still my friend. Everyone who is an avid Metallica fan will know that if you like Metallica, you must automatically hate Megadeth because Megadeth is a bunch of jerks.
But I'm gonna go
I
ahead
couldn't
and
tell that you liked Metallica by the freaking choker on your face.
Hey, this is
on your face.
1989. Yes.
Caitlin.
Wait. The
You need
why are you
coffee.
concerned about the necklace? He wears Metallica shirts every day.
Yeah.
Because I see him every day, yes.
Why are you just concerned about this, though? I mean, this is vintage. This is 1989 vintage. This was my mother's, all right? And I'm not afraid to say that.
Was?
It's so, because
You
she
know
gave
what?
it,
If
she
your
just
mom
gave
likes
it to me.
Metallica,
Okay.
good for you.
I was raised in a metal
You know
household,
this-
okay?
You know what that means?
Literally, the walls were
Yes,
made of
I know
steel.
What that means.
What is it?
No, I was born in glass.
Means by
Remember a
liter.
test tube.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, last
Jordan.
What?
Last week-
Jordan.
What?
Last week
That
the
wasn't
joke
me,
was
that was my
Mine
friend.
Fiora.
Last
Yeah,
week
giant
the joke
cup,
was
you skip it.
that I was homeless because I only wore Metallica shirts, and then it went into I was born in a test tube
We're
and
just
I
gonna
escaped.
we're just gonna keep going with this. It's gonna
Okay,
get
okay,
crazier
I
and
have
crazier every single podcast.
I have one friend that I am convinced she's made out of weeds, and I keep trying to dump weed killer on her every day.
That
So
does not
who's
say.
this?
Is it
Does
Ray?
she smoke
dead,
herself?
Ray?
That's
Yeah.
Peyton.
Wait, seriously,
Peyton?
Unruh, does she smoke herself?
No, she meant weeds
Not
like
like
weeds.
not like weeds,
Weeds.
like as in like
The,
Technical difficulty.
things that grow in your garden that you don't want.
I
there.
mean, who says you can't grow weed in your garden?
Okay.
Okay.
Moving on.
This is not a good
I'm
That's
happy
all
I have
over
better
it.
editing software now.
You're gonna.
One
So,
of these things
so-
doesn't belong here.
so-
One of these things just isn't the same.
Excuse me, I'm the co-host here.
Jordan,
I
You
know,
can see
talking
why
about
I'm the
myself.
co-host.
what's your
No,
favorite
co-horse?
piece of what's your favorite co-horse?
Worcestershire?
What's your favorite food product that you've made?
Food
in,
product.
in
product.
French?
I love crepes. Crepes
Yeah.
are
They are
they're
the best
amazing.
thing. I will
Oh,
admit that they
oh,
are
that
very
was
Margaret
good.
knows how to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
crepes.
See,
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
everyone does this strange stuff. I've seen people that make crepes and they put like chocolate pudding on it,
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like
You
that.
can put anything
I
on
can't.
the crepe.
I'm aware. I grew up in a household with a cookbook from 1962, I think. Don't quote me on that
Very
date, but
exact
it's the
date.
Betty Crocker's like better. Yeah, Skalinsky knows what I'm talking about. And it's like the same. It's one of those
Sister
books
Casey,
that
yeah,
like
Caitlin's from
the
Michigan.
pages turn yellow the older
Sister
it gets.
Casey.
Yeah.
And in it is the recipe for crepes that I will forever use. And all it calls for is you cook the crepes, and then
Cook the crepes.
you cook the crepes, and then all you put on it is strawberry preserves and some
heard.
powdered sugar. They're so good. I can't imagine people. They put like chocolate. They put bananas. They put
I don't
whatever.
make chocolate.
Whatever you put on,
love-
whatever you're putting on these crepes, man. If you don't put strawberry preserves on them, you're doing it wrong. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, I also like no, this has to be on top. We've been over this.
So, you want to know good Latin food that Magistra,
It's alright.
A year.
Magistra, she has like a
Isn't that
Latin,
Greek?
she has a Latin cookbook.
If it's garum, I am telling you, you're wrong.
I'm
You
not
don't
sure.
you don't know what garum is?
No.
It's just this really disgusting like it's you know salad dressing. Imagine if the good parts of salad dressing were replaced with oil, and then the rest of it was also oil. That's garum.
It's
So
just
it's
oil.
oil.
It's just
Yeah,
oil.
you're just putting oil on food for no reason.
Okay, no, but she has a Latin cookbook, right?
Yes.
And she was talking to us one day, and she said that one of the recipes in there, the main ingredient
You
is
spelled my name
rat
wrong.
tail.
Yes.
Yes.
I owned rats as
I
a
have
child. I
twins.
wish I had known of this recipe.
Moving on.
Wait, Unra hasn't told us her food in German yet.
What?
Do you make German foods?
Yeah,
Do I make German foods? Jesus.
We live in North
I
Dakota!
grew up behind the
Right.
steel iron
Jeez.
curtain. Yes, I make German food.
Dude, we're in North Dakota, one of the most German states in
Yeah,
the U.S.
like-
Krolls, please sponsor us.
I
Hey,
love
Kroll.
Kroll.
We're now sponsored by
I
Krolls
love
and
Kroll.
Metallic.
Did you look at the computer? The camera's over there.
Gamers, right. Okay, so before we ask you what your favorite German food is, then Jordan, you had something that you wanted to say before you were
Oh,
interrupted.
my second favorite food was mocha pot de creme. It's like
Sounds like it would kill you.
The
no.
creme.
It's like
Creme.
mocha pot de creme.
See?
It
Anyways,
starts with mocha.
yeah, basically it is
Coffee
mocha.
with cream.
It's really good. I used that as one of the competitions last year, and I got first place for it.
Nice.
Just saying, I used it for the.
Have you-
Are we talking about competition food, or are we talking about
Just
Both.
food. Just food. Just food.
Just food.
Food.
That's what this
Okay,
conversation
because
is.
I have two of those.
All right, cool.
My favorite German food is something I grew up having my great grandma make for me, and it's
Aw.
out of this book she actually brought with her when she came over.
When'd she come over?
I don't know. She's old.
Wow.
Is she still with us?
Is she still here?
No,
Or?
Aw.
but I have the book, and she brought it with her over from Germany, so this thing's like crunchy, falling apart like broken thing.
The best kind of book.
It is.
Crunchy.
It's got a bunch of like flour on it from when she made Nefla over and over again.
Yeah.
And so,
But my favorite thing is Dampfnudler, which is literally fried bread, and then you can either eat it with watermelon or fried potatoes and bacon.
I might
I'm
have
just
to try
saying
it.
Make
it
me
is
some
the
sometimes.
best thing with bacon.
Make
in
me-
it.
You need
Make
to
me
send me a
sometime.
recipe for that
Make
because
me-
that sounds good.
It
Make
is.
me
I'll
make me
some.
food.
And then the,
for me.
okay.
Make me food.
Make me
Stay over here. Okay, here. See, you can't pass this. This is our buffer.
You and your Microsoft
All right.
phone.
So,
Wait,
This
no,
isn't
I was still talking about my food.
right. Your second food.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Jawohl.
This is good.
Das ist verboten.
Ja, das ist sehr verboten.
Das ist
Du
verboten.
sprichst nicht zu mich. I forgot Kuchen. Okay. Y'all know what Kuchen is, right?
Yeah.
Do not know
Oh,
what
I
Kuchen
love
is.
that.
Well, there are two different types of Kuchen. There's wedding Kuchen and then there's a custard Kuchen.
I did the custard.
The only difference is one's this thick and one is this thick.
Yeah, it's like that.
The wedding
and then
Kuchen.
like
Oh,
that.
this thing.
My great grandma made this recipe for a caramel Kuchen, and I don't know anyone else that knows how to make that thing other than my family, and I worship her for it.
So okay, so since we're on German food,
Not too much longer.
I mean, so since we're on German food, can we talk about the fact that the Germans find like horse a delicacy?
Hey, all right. I gotta speak out with this one. I went to Iceland over the summer. One of the foods that I tried while I was over there was pony. And you know what? I gotta say. All right. So let me frame this for you. We're gonna end the podcast with a story from Iceland,
Was it
a
a
language,
miniature pony?
a beautiful language. With I think the best way to praise food I've ever heard. If you ever want to compliment an Icelandic chef on their cooking, tell them that their cooking was svågott. It's straight from the gut, and it means so good. It's exactly what it means. The way to say that food was that good was so popular that when KFC went to Iceland, they adopted svågott as their catchphrase instead of finger licking good. It's a great language. And while I was there with my family, we have several family friends in Iceland. One of whom is named Snorri. Snorri has way too much free time on his hands, and
Sounds
one
like
of
most friendly friends.
So me.
It's like
One
Cousin
of-
Billy.
shout out to Dr. Tufton. And
You caught
one of
that.
the things that he loves to do is A is ride motorcycles, and B is learn new ways to cook. Does not play a banjo.
He totally needs to
Not yet.
show.
He's in the Coast Guard though, interestingly enough.
That's cool. We could be friends.
You'd like him. And he cooked us pony, and I ate pony, and it was really
How
good.
big was the pony? Was it a little pony? Was it like the little
was
short
They
demon?
have to
the
be
little
like
short demon pony, like the Shetland pony things?
It was a
no,
baby.
Because those are little
no, they
short.
don't.
they're
Those are too
demons.
valuable to eat.
They're demons.
They're
evil.
they're great for archers.
It was
They're
just
evil.
newborn. It was newborn.
No,
There's a
they have
difference between a
to.
pony and a
See,
horse.
the problem with horse meat is like the controversy surrounding it is that like they have to be taken to the slaughterhouse when they are like 4 or 5 months old. Like they have to be young. So that's the issue most people take with it. But it was full good.
Cows are usually only a year or
And
two.
what
old
about
when they're
chicks for
slaughtered.
chicken nuggets?
Excuse me?
Like, oh boy,
They're
most
usually,
people
they're
on the
usually
internet.
fully
You are
grown.
aware there are no.
But there's a bunch of
McDonald's.
there's a bunch of those darn PSAs where people are getting their panties in and out because they're like,
Excuse
"Oh,
me?
they're good. There's little baby chickens being like thrown into grinders for the chicken nuggets, and it just annoys me.
What I think is
So
funny
we're
is
on
people-
animal cruelty now, from freshmen to languages to all right.
What I think
Should
is funny
probably-
is
Let's
there's a
yeah,
people
let's
in the average
hey,
guy who
all
eats,
right,
like,
bring
eggs.
it down. All right, so
There's another one.
now that we have, I believe our time is up. So we shall have our
Are we
lovely and
supposed to
very
sing
own
ourselves out
It's
again?
time.
Dalton Bruce.
Do I have
No,
to
we
sing?
don't sing ourselves out. Dalton has us covered.
I have to play.
Try not to play too
What are
loudly
we
because I do have to
playing?
give the outro.
Turn that down.
Play louder than him. No one wants to hear him anyway.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Shade. Let's see. Oh,
Hashtag
oh,
triggered.
let's see.
Near.
A little bit lower.
A little bit lower. Okay. A little bit lower. About that?
Okay.
All right. So ready?
Okay.
1, 2.
Thank you all so much for tuning in today. You've been watching the LHS Plus Podcast. I've been here with my lovely guests, Austin Bosch, Caitlin Unruh,
Awesome.
Jordan Saragosa,
Annyeonghaseyo.
Bruce, and myself, Drake.
Miss
From all of
Galiski
us
in the
here,
background. Miss Galiski in the background.
Miss Galiski, if you wanna say hi. Miss Galiski is just a phone. That's correct. From all of us here, thank you so much for watching. This has been the LHS Plus Podcast, and I look forward to seeing you again next week.